Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Today we've been blessed, ferocious, sweet, Reggie Johnson, 3-time world champion, here with the Bimini NanoJet system. He's been around the world, done a lot of things, fought a lot of people, and today he's talking about how he's using a new recovery technique, oxygen perfusion technology with Bimini NanoJet.
We started at the age of 12 because when I put those gloves on for the first time, there was no more football, no more basketball, no more baseball, no more soccer, no more wrestling in my life. I was focused on boxing because the late Mr. James Carter, who was my father figure, mentor, and boxing coach, told me that I could become champion of the world. He put me in a ring with a kid who had 30-something amateur fights. And when we did those 3 rounds, they taking the gloves off, the headgear off, and Mr. James Carter, the late Mr. James Carter, told me that I could become champion of the world. And I tell everybody that story. That's when my career started, at the age of 12. My last fight was in 2008, and like I aforementioned, I was very blessed to never get knocked out, never to get beat up. But, you know, tearing 2 rotator cuffs in 2 different fights, having knee surgeries, and having a back situation when I was real active in the early 90s, to overcome that and still be able to do just about anything that I want to do, and I'm blessed for that. But, you know, I still have the, you know, as you get older, it catches up to you, your body stiff, especially with my back, my shoulders, and sometimes you know your muscles. You know, you've been working hard all your life, trying to become champion of the world, and I was blessed to become champion. But you know, I have good days and bad days, but for the most part, I'm okay. But you know, like I said, the back, my shoulder, and just my body, I have pain. I have some problems. Well, yeah, I was introduced to Bimini probably almost a couple of years ago, and me and Rick talked about what he had going on with this tub, and you know how it is when you're busy, family, you know, time went by, and I think we was at the hangout, Don Ramon's, and Rick said, "Reggie, when are you coming?" I said, "I'm coming, Rick," and you know, time went by again, and then a friend of mine who I came up with had some problems with his legs, some major problems, and I thought about Rick, and I brought him to Rick, and he got in the tub, and when he finished, I think he stayed an hour in there, and he told me he haven't felt the tingle in his legs in so long, and I'm like, wow. So that really inspired me to say, hey man, I'm gonna get in there, and I followed suit and got in there, and man, felt 100% better. I think the thing about getting in though is being consistent with getting in, and I could feel the difference. It had a major positive output in my body. One of the first things I was told by Rick, he told this story that got me really interested. He said a guy that was 70-something years old, some people brought him here to try the tub, and they had to kind of like pretty much steering me and packing me in here. And I remember Rick telling me when the guy did his hour in the tub, they said he was, when he walked out by himself and he was dancing. and that really stayed in my head and really inspired me to come really try this. I'm like, man, that's one hell of a story. But I found out when I tried the tub, it was bigger than the story. It was the butt naked truth, and I understood the when Rick told me about how it, take care of your body with the oxygen and get all the negative stuff out your body. I was really impressed by that, inspired by that, and I experienced that. This Bimini thing that you guys have going is something that would bring a lot of people back. As a matter of fact, I'm even thinking about making a comeback.